I want to move on to a couple of other topics while I have you. Recently, you called to welcome thousands more of Middle Eastern refugees to the state of Michigan. We have a large population of Middle Eastern people living in and around Dearborn, Hamtramck, and elsewhere. But recently in Hamtramck on Election Day, I think Hamtramck became the first city in America to have a Muslim majority on their city council. So a historic day, but then it was kind of tarnished when one of those winners said, we showed the Polish people and everyone else. Not exactly gracious. It creates kind of friction, if you will. So if you will, explain to the listeners why you think it's a good idea for Michigan to open its arms when there are so many concerns out there on the world stage.
Yeah, well, let's start by, let's ask any American, make your list of the top 5 things that made our country great. And I don't know anyone that could really do that list without having immigration beyond that list. We're a country of immigrants in many ways, and that's one of our great strengths. So we should recognize that can be a positive power. Then the other one is if you look at the Middle East in particular, there are people that are suffering. And isn't it in our hearts that most of us try to help people in need in some fashion anywhere in the world? And so there's an opportunity to do that. And then third, when you look at a lot of the individuals, one, there's extensive background checks on them from a security point of view. The federal government does a lot of work on that. That adds a year or so to the process quite often. But many of these people are highly skilled people. They're professionals. They're engineers. These are people that can come in and help create jobs for Michiganders. There's a lot of data out there and evidence that show for highly skilled people coming to our country, quite often they can end up creating a couple jobs for people that are already here.
Do you appreciate
job creators.
Do you appreciate, though, Governor, why some people would be concerned? I mean, obviously, they turn on their TVs, they see terrorists, they associate that with the Middle East, they associate that with Syrian refugees or refugees from the Middle East. Do you at least understand their concerns at a base level?
Yeah, no, I understand their concerns. In fact, that's why I like you to ask the question, because isn't it important that we understand that there are bad people out there in the world? But as a practical matter, let's walk through a process of how we separate out those bad people so we can do good things to help all of us and to help people that are in need.